My child, I've been waiting to speak with you, not because I was ever far away, but because I've been drawing near in silence, closer than breath, quieter than your thoughts, watching your heart break behind your smile. I saw the moment you started to wonder if I had forgotten you. I felt the ache you tried to bury, the nights you held your breath through tears, hoping someone, anyone, would notice how tired you were. Even now, I am with you. I have seen every place in you that feels abandoned. Every time you laughed in public and cried in private, I was there. I caught the tears no one knew you cried. I counted them, my child. Not one was wasted. You've been carrying so much in secret. You've been strong for everyone else. But I see you. I see how hard it's been to keep pretending like everything is okay when your heart has been pleading for peace. I see how heavy it's felt to smile while sinking. You've been wondering if I still care. You've been asking if I still hear you. You've whispered prayers in the dark, hoping that maybe, just maybe, I would answer. I heard everyone. I held them close to my heart, even the ones you thought were too broken to matter. I have never stopped loving you. I have never walked away from you, even when you couldn't feel me. I was still right beside you. Even when you couldn't hear me, I was still speaking through every breath you took. My child, I stayed through every betrayal. I stayed through every moment you felt like you weren't enough. I stayed through the confusion, through the silence, through the fear. I stayed. I am not ashamed of you. I am not disappointed in you. I do not regret choosing you. You are still mine. And I want you to know, you don't have to keep holding everything by yourself. You don't have to be the strong one all the time. You don't have to pretend with me. You don't have to hide what hurts. You don't have to explain the pain. You don't even have words for, I understand. Was there in the moment they left. I was there in the moment you stopped trusting people. I was there when the words they spoke cut deep into your worth. I saw the way you started to doubt your own value because of the way they treated you. But hear me now. You were never the problem. You were never too much. You were never not enough. You are my beloved, and I'm still holding you, even when you feel like you're slipping. You've carried so much grief, haven't you? Loss that doesn't have a name. Pain that people tell you to move on from, but they don't see the way it still lives inside your chest. You've mastered how to function while wounded, but I didn't create you to survive in pain. I created you to be healed in my love, so come lay it all down. Let the weight fall from your shoulders. You've been running so hard just to stay standing, but with me, you can rest. You don't have to earn my love. You don't have to qualify for my presence. You don't have to be perfect to be held by me. You are safe with me. I know how exhausted your soul has become. I know the battles in your mind that no one else sees. I know how you second-guess yourself. I know how you replay the past, wondering what you should have done differently. But I'm not asking you to fix everything. I'm asking you to bring it to me. Bring me the pieces, and I will hold. Then bring me the questions, and I will sit with them. Bring me the anger, the tears, the confusion. I can handle it all. My love is not afraid of your mess. My love doesn't walk away when you're at your lowest. I don't need you to have it all together. I just want your heart. Even the parts you've hidden, even the ones you've labeled as unlovable. Let me in. Let me near. Let me show you that I've never stopped choosing you. You are still chosen, still called, still wrapped in purpose. You've been through so much, and yet you're still here, still breathing, still listening, still reaching for me, even if it's with trembling hands. That matters to me. You matter to me, not because of what you do, not because of how strong you seem, but because of who you are to me. You are my child, and no pain, no failure, no betrayal can change that. You are not forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not too broken. You are not too far gone. You are not behind. You are not late. You are right on time for healing, for restoration, for divine renewal. So breathe, my child. Let your soul breathe again. You've been holding your breath in fear, afraid the next thing might break you. But I am the one who holds you together, even when everything feels like it's falling apart. I am the steady ground beneath your feet, and I will not let you go. You are not walking alone. You never were. You were protected in ways you couldn't see. There were attacks that never reached you. There were plans against you that I shut down before they could touch you. You thought you were abandoned, but I was shielding you. You thought the silence meant I was absent, but I was working, protecting, preparing. I have not forgotten your prayers. I have not dismissed your longing. Know the dream that aches inside you, the one you're afraid to hope for again. But listen carefully. I placed that dream in you. I placed it there not to torment you, but to lead you, to awaken you to what is possible in me. And no matter what has happened, it is not too late, it is not over, it is not ruined. I can restore what feels lost. I can revive what looks dead. I can rebuild what was torn down, because I am the God of resurrection. I bring life where others said there could only be endings, and I am doing that for you now, even now. Something is shifting, not by your strength, but by my spirit. Not by what you see, but by what I have already spoken over you. And I have declared, you will rise, you will overcome, you will heal, you will walk in joy again. You will dance without fear again. You will laugh without pain laced behind it, because I am making all things new, including you. So don't give up. My child, don't bury your hope. Don't silence your heart just because others didn't understand it. I understand it. I see the depths. I know the language of your soul, and I am answering. I am near. I am not done with your story, not even close. Stay. With me, cling to me. Let your heart rest in me, and I will carry you where your feet cannot go. Let my voice be louder than the fear. Let my truth be the anchor when your emotions rise like waves. I will not fail you. I never have, and I never will. Never will. My child, because I am your constant, your ever-present help, your shelter in the storm. When others shifted, I stayed. When the world shook, I remained unshaken. When you were lost in confusion, I was the whisper guiding you home. I don't grow tired of you. I don't run out of mercy. I don't give up when you struggle to trust me, even in your weakest moments. I see strength rising, even in your doubting. I see the seed of faith still alive. You don't need perfect faith for me to move. You just need honest surrender. Come to me with your trembling yes. That's enough. You've been trying to earn what I've already given freely, trying to fix yourself before you fall into my arms. But you don't have to clean yourself up to be loved. Love you right here, right now, in the middle of the chaos, in the fog of uncertainty, in the ache of confusion. I am not waiting for a future version of you. I delight in you as you are, because I know who you truly are. I know the design I placed within you. I see the glory I wove into your being. You are not your wounds. You are not your trauma. You are not your mistakes. You are mine. You've been carrying the weight of voices that don't belong to you. Voices that told you you're too sensitive, too much not enough. Voices that shamed you for being soft-hearted. Voices that convinced you to shrink your light to fit in. But I say, shine again. Shine, even if it makes others uncomfortable. Shine, even if it sets you apart. You were never meant to blend in. You were made to radiate me, to reflect the beauty of my spirit in a world desperate for light. Let go of the fear that you'll be rejected. Let go of the pressure to explain yourself. Let go of the need to be understood by those not assigned to your destiny. I understand you. I formed your heart. I designed every part of you with intention. You don't need to perform for my approval. You already have it. You don't need to prove your worth. You were priceless before you took your first breath, and nothing can change that. Not failure, not rejection, not delay, not even your own self-doubt. You are still chosen. You are still called. You are still crowned. And you are still walking into the fullness I've prepared for you. Even now, I am unlocking doors you didn't know existed, opportunities that bypass qualification, connections that were divinely orchestrated before time began. But I need your heart before I release the next thing. Not because I'm withholding, but because I want you rooted in me when it comes. I want you whole, not just successful. I want your soul to prosper, not just your name to rise. Because what I'm doing in you is eternal. It's deeper than position, deeper than platform. It's about becoming all I dreamed over you when I breathed life into your lungs, becoming bold in love, becoming free from fear, becoming soft in strength, becoming fully, deeply, beautifully you, the you I created in my image. You are not behind, my child. I know it feels like others are farther ahead. I know the comparison has been stealing your joy, but their journey is not your map. Their timing is not your template. I've written a story for you that is unlike anyone else's, and the pace I've set is perfect for the promise I've made. Trust my timing. I am not late. I am strategic, and every moment of waiting is working something holy inside you. I am growing. Roots that will hold you when the winds come. I am deepening your well so you can carry the weight of blessing. This is not punishment, it is preparation. Because what I have for you will not be shallow. It will not be fleeting. It will not be built on sand. It will last. So stay close to me. Don't run ahead. Don't retreat in fear. Just walk with me, one step, one breath, one moment at a time. Even when you don't know where we're going, trust that I do. I know the way. I am the way. And I will never lead you into something I won't walk through with you, even when it's hard, even when it hurts, even when it stretches you in ways you didn't expect. I'm still good. I'm still present. And I'm still writing beauty into every chapter. Yes, even the ones you'd rather skip. Especially those, because that's where the gold is formed. That's where the oil is pressed. That's where your anointing is carved. And no one can steal what I'm placing inside you. They may try to copy your light, but they can't carry your fire, because your fire came from me, and I've kindled it with my breath. It won't go out. Even if you've doubted, even if you've stumbled, even if you've felt numb and weary, your spirit is still alive in me, and I am breathing on those embers again. Fan the flame. My child, let your worship rise again. Let your hope rise again. Let your trust rise again, not in outcomes, but in me. Because I have never stopped being faithful. You've questioned why certain things fell apart, why certain people left, why certain prayers seemed unanswered. But I was protecting you. I was closing what looked good to preserve what was God. I was allowing endings to make space for beginnings you didn't know you needed. And I will redeem every moment, every tear, every detour, every delay. I waste nothing, not your pain, not your process, not your longing. I use it all to bring you closer, to strip away what was never you, to reveal what's been hidden under the weight of survival. You don't have to keep surviving anymore. You can start living in joy, living in truth, living in wholeness, living in freedom, freedom from shame, freedom from the need to please, freedom from the lies that kept you small. My child, you were made to soar, not strive, not scramble, not settle. So rise, even if it's with trembling wings, even if it's into unknown skies. Even if the wind feels too strong, you're not flying alone. I am lifting you. I am beneath you. I am above you. I am within you, and I will not let you fall. I have you fully forever, unshakably. So rest your heart even if the world feels loud. Come away with me, even if everything says you should hustle. Let me lead. Let me hold your hand through the next steps. You're not too late. You're not too broken. You're not too old, too young. To anything. You are exactly who I want, exactly who I called, exactly who I've equipped, and I will finish what I started in you, because I am the author, and every chapter is under my pen, every line, every twist, every pause. I've got it all. You don't have to fear the unknown. I already live there, and I've made a way through it. So breathe, my beloved. Breathe in peace. Breathe in my nearness. Breathe in the truth that you are loved. Right now, as you are, not someday, not if you change, but today, here, always. I love you, more than you understand, more than words can carry, more than your pain can block, more than your doubt can silence. You are mine, and nothing will ever change that, even now. I'm moving in ways you cannot yet see. I am orchestrating details beyond your awareness. I am aligning conversations, stirring hearts, softening circumstances, preparing the soil for what you prayed for in tears. You think nothing's happening because you can't feel the shift, but I've never needed your senses to begin a miracle. My works are often hidden before they are revealed. My movements begin in silence, in mystery, in stillness. But do not mistake quiet for absence. I have been active in the waiting. I have been answering behind the veil. I've been dismantling what was never meant for you. I've been building foundations beneath the surface. You thought I forgot, but I was working. You thought I was withholding, but I was protecting. You thought I was saying no, but I was saying not yet, my child, not like this, not through their hands, not with their motives. I saw what you couldn't. I saw the traps. I saw the hidden agendas. I saw what would have broken your spirit, and I redirected it. You called it loss. I called it rescue. You saw it as rejection. I saw it as redirection into divine covering. Because I love you too deeply to allow counterfeit blessings to comfort you. I love you too deeply to let temporary attention replace eternal identity. So I allowed the doors to close. I allowed the silence to stretch, not to hurt you, but to protect you from stepping into what would have delayed your purpose. And now I'm turning things, I'm turning hearts, I'm turning tides, I'm turning the season. Yes, the shift is beginning. Even now, things are aligning. Even now, people are being positioned to bless you, not by chance, but by my hand. Even now, divine strategies are being revealed. Ideas that seemed stuck are receiving fresh wind. Resources are being released. Paths are opening. Not because you earned it, but because I'm faithful to what I've spoken over you. My child, you will testify. You will stand in places you thought you forfeited. You will receive what you thought was passed over. You will walk into answers so precise, so intimate, that you'll know only I could have authored them. The doors I open for you will not require striving. The blessings I give will not bring sorrow. What I release will be weightless to your soul and rich to your spirit. I'm not just restoring what was taken. I'm multiplying what remains. I'm not just healing your wounds. I'm giving you authority through them. You are not just surviving this season. You are being crowned through it. So lift your head. Wipe your tears. Let hope rise again in your chest. Even now, you are closer than you think. Even now, angels are being sent on assignment concerning you. Even now, the enemy's plans are unraveling. Even now, the atmosphere is shifting in your favor. Not because you forced it, but because you trusted me, because you kept going, because you refused to let go when it would have been easier to walk away. I saw you press through. I saw you worship while breaking. I saw you pray when you didn't hear an answer. Saw your loyalty when no one was watching. And I am rewarding that hidden faithfulness. What I do for you will silence the voice of shame. It will quiet every voice that told you to quit. Because I am not just a promise maker, I am a promise keeper. And my word over your life is still alive. Even when it looked dead, I was preserving it. Even when it looked buried, I was preparing resurrection, so do not lose heart. Do not fall into despair. You are not at the end. You are at the threshold. The breaking point is also the birthing place. You are standing in the in-between, where endings and beginnings blur. But I'm with you in the crossing, and I will not let your foot slip. Stay near to me, my child. Stay close. Stay faithful. Keep listening for my voice even in the quiet, because what I speak next will change everything. My child, I know how tired you've become. The warfare has been intense, the emotional battles unrelenting, the loneliness deafening at times. I know you've questioned why the journey had to be so hard, why the people you loved the most misunderstood you the deepest, why it felt like everyone walked away when you needed them most. But hear me now. They were not meant to carry your mantle. They were not meant to walk where I am taking you. Their absence is not abandonment, it's alignment. I removed what couldn't sustain where I'm leading you, and though it hurt, it healed you. It brought you closer to me. It revealed where your true source comes from, not from their approval, not from their applause, but from my presence, from my hand, from my spirit within you. What felt like isolation was actually consecration. Set you apart. I marked you for more. You're not like the rest, and that's not a punishment. It's a prophecy. It means I've chosen you for holy things. It means your life carries a divine assignment, one that won't make sense to the crowd, one that requires obedience when no one else understands. But you weren't created for the crowd. You were created for communion with me. And in that communion, I give clarity. In that intimacy, I give strength. I fill you with peace that defies logic, joy that lives even in sorrow, power that flows even in weakness. This is the place where miracles begin, where you stop pretending, where you stop performing, where you return to being fully mine, not for what you can do, but simply for who you are. And from this place, I will raise you, not for fame, not for applause, but to reveal my glory through your story. Your scars will speak of my goodness. Your journey will unlock hope for others. Your healing will be a doorway for many, because nothing you've endured is wasted. Nothing you've survived is meaningless. I am using everything for purpose. The very thing that tried to destroy you is becoming the foundation of your authority. You will speak with wisdom beyond your years. You will move in discernment that cuts through confusion. You will walk in grace that calms storms. You will love with a purity that confounds cynics, because I have shaped you through the fire. And now, the fire in you cannot be extinguished. You are not who you were. You have outgrown the version of yourself that was built in survival mode. Now you are stepping into sonship, into belovedness, into full identity, and I will establish you. I will surround you with those who see you rightly. I will plant you in places that honor your voice. I will pour out favor like rain on the soil you've kept faithful. The harvest will come, not just for you, but through you, because I've made you a carrier of breakthrough, a vessel of hope, a warrior of light, and the darkness that tried to consume you will now fear the sound of your steps, because where you walk, I walk. Where you speak, I speak. Where you stand, I stand, and no weapon formed against you will prosper. Not now, not ever. So rise, my child. Rise with holy confidence. Rise with quiet strength. Rise with fire in your eyes and peace in your bones. The battle has not been easy, but the victory is sure. The storm has not passed unnoticed, but I have calmed its power, and what comes next will be marked by my glory. You are stepping into a season of sudden miracles, of unexpected provision, of divine acceleration, not by might, not by power, but by my spirit. And nothing can stop what I've set in motion for you. Nothing can block the floodgates I am opening. You've waited, you've wept, you've warred. Now you will witness, you will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living. You will taste the sweetness of answered prayers. You will carry the evidence of my faithfulness, and all will know. This was my doing. This was my hand. This was my love, and I am not finished yet. I am just beginning. You are safe now, my child. You can exhale. You can let your guard down in my presence. You can stop bracing for heartbreak, for disappointment, for abandonment. I am not going anywhere. I'm not like the ones who failed you. I am not fragile with your emotions. I am not afraid of your wounds. I do not flinch when you show me your sorrow. I draw closer. I reach deeper. I stay longer. I know how long you've carried silent burdens. I know how hard you've tried to hold yourself together when everything inside you wanted to collapse. I know the sleepless nights, the weight on your chest, the pressure to keep functioning while your spirit was unraveling beneath the surface. But you're not alone anymore. You never were. I was there, in the moments no one saw, in the in-between, in the waiting rooms of your life, in the places where your prayers felt like whispers fading into nothing. But they reached me, every single one, even the ones you couldn't finish, because the tears came first, even the ones you only thought silently in your heart. I heard you. I answered, even when the answer didn't come the way you expected. I've been guiding you in the dark, walking you through valleys that others would have never survived. But you did. You're still here, still standing, still breathing. Still mine. You've come through fire, and the flame didn't consume you. You've walked through storms, and the flood didn't drown you. You've stood in the middle of chaos and kept your faith, shaky at times but present. And that faith, no matter how small, is precious to me. I saw you cling to me when you had nothing else. I saw you worship when everything inside you was breaking. That was your offering. That was your incense rising to heaven, and I received it. I am not looking for perfection. I am looking for your heart. And my child, you have given it so freely, even when it was fragile, even when it was bleeding, you gave it, and I have held it with the tenderness of a father and the strength of a king. I will never let it fall. Now, come even closer. I want to speak peace over you. I want to still the noise in your mind, the voices of fear, the echoes of shame, the lies that try to disguise themselves as truth. None of that comes from me. I am not the voice that accuses. I am the voice that restores. I will not remind you of your failures. I will remind you of my forgiveness. I will not rehearse your regrets. I will reveal your redemption. I will not let your past define your future. I hold the pen now, and I write in mercy. I write in grace. I write in the ink of resurrection. Let me write new things on your heart. New peace, new joy, new identity. Let me erase what others labeled you. Let me silence the words that made you feel small or forgotten or invisible. You are none of those things. You are chosen. You are protected. You are deeply known and wildly loved. I knit you together with intention. I wrapped you in wonder and glory. I placed heaven's breath inside your lungs. You carry something eternal. You carry my image. You are not average. You are not overlooked. You are not just getting by. You are a walking miracle, a living testimony, a beacon of light in a world desperate for hope. And I am proud of you. Yes, proud of you, not because you've done everything right, not because you've been flawless, but because you've stayed, because you've kept choosing me, because you've dared to hope again after heartbreak, because you've allowed me to hold your brokenness, because you've come back, even when your faith was fragile. That matters. You matter. So let go of the fear. Let go of the pressure to perform. Let go of the expectation to always be strong. You are allowed to rest now. You are allowed to feel safe. You are allowed to laugh again, to breathe again, to dream again, to love again, without fear. I am healing you, layer by layer, not in one moment, but in my timing, and I will be gentle with your process. I will walk with you through every season. Through every uncertainty, through every valley, I will walk ahead of you to prepare the way. I will walk behind you to protect what's behind. I will walk beside you so you're never alone. And I will walk within you, giving you strength when you feel you have none. You are surrounded, you are covered, you are held. No weapon formed against you will prosper. No lie spoken over you will take root. No fear will overtake the truth I've spoken into your soul. I call you blessed. I call you favored. I call you restored. And what I call you is greater than what they called you. What I've placed in you cannot be stolen. What I've spoken over you cannot be erased. What I've begun in you, I will finish. Even when you don't feel it. Even when the days are long and the nights feel empty. I'm still with you. Still writing, still working, still weaving beauty from ashes, and you will see it. With your own eyes, you will see my goodness. In your own life, you will see my promises fulfilled. Not just in eternity, but here, now, in the land of the living. I bless your mind with clarity and peace. I bless your heart with joy and restoration. I bless your body with strength and divine healing. I bless your path with divine alignment and favor. I bless your hands to build what heaven has assigned. I bless your voice to speak life into dry places. I bless your days with divine appointments. I bless your nights with sacred rest. I bless your soul with deep belonging. I surround you with my angels. I place my seal of protection upon you. I rebuke every plot sent to steal your peace. I cancel every lie spoken to derail your purpose. I scatter every spirit that rises up against your destiny. You are mine, and I fight for you. You do not have to earn my defense. I've already assigned it. You do not have to beg for my help. I've already given it. You are not forgotten in the chaos of this world. You are my priority. I watch over you with delight. I sing over you when you sleep. I whisper wisdom when you're unsure. I celebrate your smallest victories, and I gather your tears like treasure, because everything about you matters to me. Every dream, every hope, every silent longing, I know them all, and I care more than you can imagine. So walk into this next season with courage, not because you know every step, but because you know me. I will be your compass. I will be your calm. I will be your breakthrough. I will be your comfort. I will be your everything. You are not going into the unknown. You are going into my promises, and I will walk with you every step of the way. So rest, my child, rest in my love, rest in my voice, rest in the shelter of my wings. For you are never alone, you are never unloved, you are never without purpose, you are mine now and forever.